Hi everybody, my name is Drew. If you guys have seen the other video, I just wanted to be able to come back and actually make another video here because, again, we got overwhelming support from the first video, which thank you very, very much. It's not a very not a very easy topic to be able to talk about with MS, but I definitely wanted to come back and actually talk about it a little bit more because it felt really good to be able to get it out there about the diagnosis and just kind of tell the story and everything else. And so we're going to continue the series of my journey with multiple sclerosis. Just because it feels really good to be able to get it off my chest, and hopefully it is someone who's going through the same thing might just reach that and reach out, see it, and they might find someone to talk to. They might find a support within that, and that's what we're actually talking about here: is the daily issues and the importance of support. The importance of support is huge. As for daily issues, I mean, there's lots of different things. Honestly, there's all right. So even after my last flare up, we ended up doing the pill form of the methylprednisolone, which, by the way, tastes god awful. The effects that you get from it are god awful. You get high heart rate, the sweating, the overheating, the anxiety like crazy. It's a necessary drug to be able to deal with it, but it sucks. It really does. But at the same time, the daily issues, like right now, I do have some non-feeling, or like some pins and needles in certain areas and stuff like that. My hands are really bad. Like this area of my hand, I can barely feel. And then the other areas, like all the way up my fingers and everything else, either they're always like sweaty, clammy because you just can't feel it, something like the sensation isn't there, or it's like a pins and needles, which makes things like typing, or god, even just a couple of days ago I tried writing, and just trying to grip a pen and trying to write with it, like my hand doesn't want to cooperate with it. Those are some of the normal things. Personally, with me, one of my big things is the feet. The bottom of my feet, the sides of my feet, the back of my right calf, and stuff like that makes it really hard to be able to walk around at times. Or going up like stairs or something like that. Sometimes you get pressure in the knees and stuff like that. And some of that's from getting older. I mean, I'm 36 years old. You get a little bit older. And, but at the same time, imagine if you had some, you were getting older, your knees can't handle as much anymore, and then you're trying to walk upstairs and you can't feel certain parts. It's putting that extra pressure on, and it makes you want to fall back, or it makes you kind of feel like there's a little bit extra pressure on that, and it makes things a little bit harder. Things wear down a little bit quicker. You get tired a lot easier. The heat is a terrible thing. If I'm sitting there washing dishes or anything like that, the feeling in my hands goes even more. And I found out, I read something, that doctors used to actually diagnose MS by sticking patients in a hot bath. And if they'd flare up or they'd lose feeling, more so than normal, they would diagnose it as MS. Obviously, it's a whole process with MRIs and, LP, the lumbar punctures, stuff like that as well now. But it's something that definitely does affect. I've heard that cold does, but I mean, I live in Minnesota, so fortunately, right now, I have not felt that because we haven't gotten into winter yet. But definitely during the hotter days in the summer, yeah, it wears me out a lot quicker. Some of the activities that I used to do on an everyday basis wear me out so much quicker than they used to. So I mean, daily issues are definitely there, and if you're someone that does have MS and you have different things, because MS is different for everyone, and that's the key to this is it is different for everyone. Not everyone has the same effects. That's part of the unknown about this disease, is because it does affect everyone differently. If you guys have different symptoms, everything else like that, leave them down in the comments. We want to hear your stories as well. And that's the thing, is I want to have this as a sounding board where people can actually tell their stories, as well as come and hear mine. This is for me venting out there, and it's for other people to be able to vent as well, because especially throughout this, it's kind of a lonely disease. You kind of isolate yourself a little bit because you can't do a lot of the things that you used to. Or even if you try, they take a lot more effort, or they take a lot more out of you. So it's definitely a little bit more, and that's where I'm going to get into the second part of this, and that's the importance of support. I don't know what I would have done throughout this whole process if it wouldn't have been from my friends from the community on Twitch, or my roommate, who has been absolutely amazing. She helps me out with so many things. Or you being able to call my daughter, or any of these things that you do help out. There's such an importance when it comes to a support group. The discords with the other people who do have MS, so the gamers that have MS, the streamers that have MS, the people who are just suffering from it, and being able to chit chat back and forth. It really gives you a sense of, there's other people out there that are experiencing what you're going through. And here's the thing: there's so many people out there that are going through this. And unfortunately, it's one of those diseases that, even though it's a common disease and people do know about it, people aren't commonly knowledgeable about it. So people fear what they don't know. And that's the thing is, I'd rather have people know what's going on so they don't look at me like a victim all the time. Because the fact is yes, I'm suffering through MS. I'm suffering through disease that is going to affect me for the rest of my life. But at the same time, that doesn't change who I am. I'm still a person that is to try to get through life with humor and try to, have friends as much as possible and try to get out there and do things, even though they are much, much more difficult. I was actually talking to someone in the Discord. I won't say any names. That's someone that they can put out there, but they were talking about, being afraid of being able to go out to something that their friends had invited them to. And and the reason is because they kind of kept to themselves after their diagnosis, and they honestly haven't told their friends what was going on. And I even told this person, I said, something? I go, you never know until you try. I go, here's the thing is, MS doesn't end your life, socially or anything. And that's the thing is, it makes things more difficult, but don't give up. Don't let it end your life. Get out there. Let your friends know, because if they are truly your friends, guess what? They're going to have you come with them to whatever event that they might end up going to. And they're going to let you take your time and take your breaks and take your rest when you need them. But don't let the fact that you need to take a break or take a rest or take a little bit more time to be able to do something than you normally would have end your ability to be able to do that in life. We see people out there exercising. There's a video out there of a woman who can't use her legs, can't feel her legs, and she's still bodybuilding. You know how inspirational that stuff is? It's crazy. And once again, it's getting back to the support line. There's friends that I have met online because of this that have been absolutely amazing. My Twitch community has been just mind-blowing. The kind words here on YouTube have been absolutely mind-blowing as well. It's one of those things where you have to find your support. You have to find whether it be friends, family, people that you meet, people that have, current disease. Talk to your doctors. There might be support groups out there. There might be, reach out to the National MS Society. There's all types of things out there that can make going through what's in your head and the difficulties of having a social life or having a life in general because of what's going on with MS. It can make it that much easier for you. So please reach out there. I'll leave some links down below once again for the Discords if you guys want to pop into those to be able to talk to other people that do have MS, or I'll also leave a link for the National MS Society so you can get some more information there. Remember, there is always someone out there to be able to talk about. Never ever give up on it. And by the way, if you are newly diagnosed, if you guys are going through something like that, send me a message, send me a comment. I do read the comments, I do respond to them, or even hop on the Discord and chat with me. I will sit and chat with you guys for a while about what's going on. Unfortunately, there's a lot of insomnia involved in this, so I don't sleep very well during the night. So if you're ever having a tough night, you can definitely reach out to me. There's other people you can reach out to. Please, whatever you do, do not give up. There is always hope no matter what, and you guys are beautiful. We'll see you guys later. We'll come back with another video. I'm going to try to make these as much as I possibly can, but because I am new, it's going to be more of a process, because I've only been diagnosed for about 4 months now. It's going to be more of a process to be able to, going through treatments and stuff like that, all these stories for you guys and everything else. But once again, if you guys are suffering through this, just remember you're not alone out there. You guys have a fantastic night. We will see you guys later, and just remember, you're never alone.